So which one of you wants to read? It is bad, but it is profitable. So, with the next morning, you guys going pretty much straight to training? Okay. So you get to the room that he's been staying at. Do you try to open the door? Um... No, I believe that was just on the first night when he was collecting bats. Yeah, it's literally just... So you, Kimi... Sorry, no, Kimi. You, Esior, and Cianor are all on the same floor, and then Kimi picked a different room somewhere else. And he's just got the fourth room that was going to be... So you open to the door to the room. It opens quite easy. And it looks like the room's been... No dust. No, I can't say I'm aware. Would you like me to go find... They go. He doesn't have his ship. Over the course of your searching, several servants are sent to you to give you updates. The watchers haven't seen him come or go. No one saw him last night. The last place he was seen was going to his... No one has seen him since last... I wish perception was also on the list. It should be. And an intuition check to the perception. Ah, right, level proficiency, yep. No. Nothing feels off in the room, but you guys do both notice that this room is way cleaner than either of you. There was dust in your room when you guys entered there in the first place. And there's even more in there now that you've been tracking it in. Not like thick layers of dust, but dust. Just the normal little specks that you would see on tables and stuff. Seemingly so. Let me check. The tower itself doesn't have any windows except for at the highest floor. And those aren't really windows, those are. Yeah, you guys have never seen a servant do it, and you've never seen any obvious signs. Most likely, if it was cleaned, then it probably had to be by Have you tried being a little bit more paranoid? Well, you've never had a servant tell you no yet. You are. I do not know, but I can find. They do wait for them to. About 10 minutes later, they. Go. Allow. Yep. Okay. So the return is they return and they say that their ship is still on the. They go down to the street and they pick a couple. They go through and make introductions. This is Mari. They are in Estari. You are to answer. Sorry, this is Kimi. Let me tab over to the other Discord so I'm not actually see. Oh, right. You don't have your name. Thank you. I rely on them to actually know people's names. They have. They saw him yesterday. Yes, he left once in the morning with 2 people. 4 people. 3 people. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there was 4 of them that left yesterday. That was in the morning, and then they got back later that day. Though I don't remember seeing him return. Not exactly sure. There was 2 of them you. Yeah, it was you 3, wasn't it? One of them was a dragon. It's a little difficult to. Yeah, it's got to be you 3. No one else travels with dragon. After this, saw him go out, look around the market, and then he came back, I think. Oh, I haven't seen him today, and I wasn't out last night. Well, not late last night. Maybe that they're probably sleeping now. If you want to go check with the Arden. Alright. They take you back to the... Gallifrey, this is your first time in here. There are open cages along the walls where people are just sitting in. Not like... how do you put it? So you know how you'd think of it first as like prisoner slaves, where they're trapped in cells, they're in terrible looking clothing and all of... It is not that. It is very nice, almost bird cages that are quite large. They've got smooth base plates, and the people are displaying themselves. Some of them are tensing up, some of them are posing. It's almost like they're on display. The cages are open, they could come and go as they please, but it is just to make themselves as obvious as possible. There's a small horde following you, Gallifrey, as they see a dragonkin going through. It's actually a bit of a tight squeeze. Well, they're taking you down to the, not cellar, but there's basically 3 downwards floors. They're taking you to the second. The stairs are uncomfortable for you, Gallifrey. It's probably a few minutes just for you to get... Okay, they take you downstairs to one of the rooms, they knock on it, and you see a woman. She seems quite tired, and you see that she's covered in burn. Hello? I am right. They bow their heads slowly. This person looks to be upwards of 40. Maybe a little bit old. They slowly nod their head again, and then they step out of way for you to go into the... Gallifrey, you can see that this room has about the volume of... It's really more of a I was out at last. I don't remember seeing anybody. Nobody in armor, at least, not other than the guard. No one coming and going from the temple. No, wait, before sunset, I do remember there was someone meeting that description who entered. No, it couldn't have been before sunset. It would have had to have been a little bit after. I started. No, I was out most of last night. I came back in just before. You see her cover up part of her face and part of the burns and boils. Bit of both. Some sort of alchemical interaction that turned into an infection. To those with the talent. It's rare for mages to learn it, but I've heard of it. I suppose you could buy potions or. Invisibility is one of those things that's more common in alchemy than it is in item. So, when you take a potion like that, it powers you with the magic, right? And then it supposedly like seeps out of you and into your surroundings. It's not very good when it tries to seep into the ground because the ground just absorbs that sort of magic. But like your armor and stuff, it can make that invisible. Not an official. People kind of just land out. There is technically a official zone, but all of those are always. You are told that they will do it. I assume from back in the tower for 7, not the other. It'll take a few hours, but a ship has been brought down to the top of the building for you guys to go up to the game. It takes a little bit of time, but once you're at the game, you find the ship. As for information on it, ship's tank is mostly full. Like, it might as well be. Supplies are stocked. No medical bag. Armory is stocked. Don't forget that his ship also does not is not the standard for the the oh fuck, what are they called? Servants of the no. Keepers of Light. Though some of you did get a little bit of practice with actually flying this one. Nothing's abnormal to normal on this ship. Other than the fact that his usual supplies were taken with him down there. Like, his armor and tool cleaners are up. No logging. Okay, transport would be organised to take you back. Once you guys get back down to the surface, it drops you back off at the town. What would you like to do? All of this has been most of your day. Okay, so after your training, yeah, let's go to sleep. No. Yes and it's not so much detecting magic, it's more detecting the shifts in reality. Would you like to check the library? Yes. Her stall's no longer set up, but you can see her basically just sleeping in the library. You can't see her. You can't see her stall anymore, but you can see her herself sleeping in the library. I think she's dead, Jim. Yep. Yep. She's laying down on her hat, using it like a pillow while reading a book. She immediately stops and gets up. She dusts off her hat and puts it on her head. Are you ready to accept my training? Are they not saying anything? Hello. I heard before. Yep, just thinking about our response. What do you need help? Okay. Probably saw some evil and decided to chase it. Oh, never seen them actually training anyone before, but yeah, they just up and go whenever there's something to do. Can't say I've ever followed them. I don't want them to think that I'm trying to go after them and then them killing me. It's best that way, in my opinion. Keepers of the Light are dangerous. Dangerous, dangerous. They like to take our artifacts. Artifacts, remnants, riven, relic, all of that they take. Unfortunately, no. Any So that night would just be a fairly regular. One month. So just worth mentioning that night that you're both having more just glimpses of things that don't exactly make sense, but seem like chaotic dream stuff. Seem like chaotic dream. In reality, a lot of it is not necessarily moments of your past life, but it is sceneries of it with different settings. Kind of like your brain is reusing unused assets. An example might be you're in a regular classroom that you were in. For example, stuffy growing, and then your teacher has made just that sort of dream nonsense that doesn't really line up on. But the next morning, there's a noticeable amount of dust in there now compared to what there was yesterday. Probably from you guys tracking it in every time you enter. Like, it's not a, there's now a thin layer of dust over the place, it's, there is scattered amounts of dust, mostly in the door. But compared to how clean it was before, it is noticeable. Uh, Sorry, just responding. Be right back. Just grab. Well, funnily enough, where are you going to go find? Usually, she's in one of the halls of the tower. However, last you heard, she was outside of the tower, handling business external. The Stand Queen or the. Well, technically, she's just the queen. She is unknown when she'll return. Uh, it's unlikely that she'll return here until there is no other matter for her to see. She will be gone for likely months, if not longer. So, we'll Okay, so you're going to have Milo sending the standing. Alright. Sorry, I'm just making notes as we go, just in case there's anything that directly affects. See. Okay. And what are you sending to them? Yes. I am going to need Cianor for the next. There isn't much, though before it, we can do the return of the Queen. Because she returns that morning. Needs to find another slave to acquire. Feel okay. So, Gallifrey, I assume you're just going to be going to go get the sending sword? Like, can't see any reason that you wouldn't just go get. So, Kimi, you are approached by the. She does a little dip of her head and then a short bow, and then she holds out a silver metal box. It's what you've requested. It was recent. She seems interested, but also very well. They take their. They look back several times as they. Alright, a roll is not applicable. A charmed creature cannot be charmed. Yeah. Have you seen Dragon Ball? You need to go watch Dragon Ball G. You should do it because it benefits your entire life. You can't roll to leave a good, not persuasion, a good impression. Ah, yeah, go. Oh, that just makes it. I had that sensation after I got my wisdom teeth removed. No, so it's a little bit difficult to describe the sensation. So, when you get an itch, you scratch, like a mosquito bite itch. Scratching it doesn't necessarily make it feel better, but while you're scratching it, it feels better, but the second you stop, it's no longer. No, that. So sending is instantaneous, not time. So it'll be whenever you get to that happens. When you find the queen does a little bow of her head. She says, I hope it was to your liking. I Yeah. Some claim it to be the afterlife. He is dead. He was killed. She's holding her tongue. You can? Not exactly. But it is complex. I do apologize for any inconvenience that it's brought. Very There's not really one place where they keep artifacts. It's kind of just like chosen over the years have collected artifacts from things that they do, and then they just keep them in their room. And he just went from Chosen's room to Chosen's room, looting. Most of the doors in this place don't have locks because it's a you don't do that. Just a trail of blood slowly dripping down step by step by step into this Who doubtful? Uh, right, so her statement on the body. It should have been destroyed by are in the process of being launched. The server. Because we were asked just double checking. By the Estari. Okay. Servants have started cleaning up the blood in the stairs. You enter back into the room and she's just patiently sitting there. She stands up when you enter and turns to face. Very well. Very well, I need to go send word immediately then if there's any chance of that to occur. They quickly run out of a room, like actually run. truly insight from another. I'm not sure that changes the. I don't think I've actually told you that. I mean, you should know that, but. Brian, you can read the wiki. Never mind. Fortress. I know. Sons? Probably once or every week, maybe a few weeks. Elaborate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not about revenge. About slaying an evil. normally they normally they're not just let in or allowed to help themselves. Maybe. Sorry. Oh fuck. What is it? The first one. Thank. While he's alive, that's the usual. Mm, it depends on the scale of the organization. Like, let's say you're a city and you do that, then they are probably going to purge that city of its dark. If you are a faction with many branches on many different worlds, then they might just purge that branch. This is all presuming that the Estari who is trying to do this isn't in the process of seizing control and just cut off the only support you had other than... Yep. They are one step back diagonally behind Kimi. Kimi. They look to Kimi. They do. No, that is I'm just rolling all three applicable ones just so that you don't know which one. You can't fault their... But they sure do give you mass murder of... Yeah. Do I get to answer? Well, I wouldn't tell you if I had anything to do with it. And in order for that to be effective in the future, I've got to say that I'm not gonna tell you now. Sorry, not sorry. Well, I wasn't there for that, so I don't... Can't argue with that. I would like to interrupt for a moment. Ganniffer... Kimi is implying murder for personal gain. Again,
And murder is a very dirty, dirty deed, you know what I mean? Makes a mess. So I try not to do it, which is why I have not done it yet. And I would like to continue that way. Eventually, someone's gonna figure it out, and then they're gonna come after me. And you really throw sparks at people. So, that's not gonna go great for me. So, I've been trying to play the long game. You know, political maneuvering, manipulation. I did just doing it the old-fashioned way. If I was willing to have people assassinated and take such a straightforward, brutish way, I would have done it already. But I think it's unsophisticated.
I don't think anything that they're saying right now is making this better, again.
It's not. It's not at all.
You told me not to lie. Now, between us, do you want to know why I joined the Keepers of the Light?
Oh yeah, I'm having a real hard time figuring it out now, so sure.
Because you did, and I like you, so I don't want you to get yourself killed.
Gallifrey, make me a fortitude save against.
Playing to you so funny. I'm sorry.
You
So
So,
glad that's a save I have plus 14 in right now.
Okay, but really, all jokes aside, this is not my doing. I think this was done in a very stupid way. I would have done it significantly better. Please do not offend me again.
What exactly do you mean by you would have done it better?
If I had decided to assassinate the guy, which I didn't because I'm part of his organization and the primary suspect for his murder at every turn, I would have done it in such a way that didn't get me caught in like 2 days. Literally everyone that's asked, oh, who did it, is going to think, oh, it was her. So that might actually be the point of it. Impressed. I'll have to give my kudos to whoever did it. Yes?
If this wasn't you, then someone is setting you up for murder.
Oh, yes, I'm aware. Jennifer, you can see the exact moment this realization crosses her eyes.
All right.
To give my kudos personally to whoever did this. Very, very solid stroke.
Unfortunately, I might have to prevent you from giving those kudos.
Why is that?
When we find out who, I'm not sure they'll be alive long enough to receive it.
I'm sure I can clap while you do it. After all, it is our job to eradicate the darkness, isn't it?
Well, it's at least one of ours.
Hey, I'm in the organization, same as you.
Yeah, but like Orochimaru and the Hidden Leaf.
Oh, but really, are you convinced it wasn't me yet, or what? Also, can I just make a small little comment?
Go ahead.
I do believe you have just admitted to wanting to murder whoever did this.
There you go. You're there.
You're correct. I did admit that whoever did this has been so tainted by the darkness that it has influenced their actions in this way that they need to be purged, and that is part of my job.
So what you're saying is that once you find out who did it, you're going to kill them.
That is not what I said.
Yes, but it is effectively what you said. Now I know you always sound noble, but when you get down to it, this person crossed your line, did something bad, so you're going to do to them what they did to him.
Then what exactly might you suggest instead?
Not exactly suggesting anything. Just saying you have engaged in significantly more murder and murder adjacent activities than I have. Personally, I'm curious as to the motivations. There's got to be something. Not the type to order a hit on someone. If it was Estari, or I am perplexed and impressed. Either way, I want to know what happened on you. Simply, can you guys hear Kay in the background?
No, we cannot.
Because he's playing a very intense game of Primal Republic. Yes, they made a board game. And I mean they as in the Discord server.
Yes, I do want to know exactly what led to this.
Yeah, I am curious. Unpredictable circumstances. Asking just to be sure. Is there any response to this that will not lead you to killing at least one of them?
Yes.
Go on.
It's possible that the order didn't come from an Estari at all, but when the order was given, it was also said to blame the Estari.
True. Also, Ariel. My friend. Is there any such a potion that will allow someone to mimic someone else's appearance?
Potion?
Spell?
I have heard that there is tales of spells that I've even heard certain individuals who can change their shape. I'm not aware of any potions.
But it's a possibility, Kenneth, right? It's just one of the Estari. I think that would make you not kill one of the Estari if they had done this.
Say that again?
If it is indeed that truth that one of the Astari had the rest of yours, any motivation that
You broke up there at the end again. Is there any motivation?
that would make you not kill them?
I don't know yet.
Sounds like there's those things where you're kind of gonna get there and figure it out.
At this point, I think that's all I can do.
Fair enough. So do you want to do it immediately, or we're waiting for the belongings to be brought back to?
I am going to wait.
Now, if I can give you my personal recommendation,
Go ahead.
Joe, you avoid them. I'm not sure if you're a good liar. You might be.
Have you ever caught me in a lie before?
Fair enough.
That just means you're pretty good.
It either means that I have never told a lie that could be caught, or that I am a better liar than you are able to catch. It's
That is
up to
entirely
you to
possible.
decide which one.
I think there's
Appreciate
only
the
two
dance.
options. It means that you're either a liar so good that no one can catch you, or you're a liar so good that you can't even catch yourself.
That is funny.
That's not how that works.
Agree to disagree.
She snorts. I do have a question, actually. Is it possible to bring someone back from the dead?
I don't think it's possible. I mean,
We're fast.
we've heard tales of it happening, but I don't think it's possible.
Fair enough. Worth asking. You know, there's a non-zero chance that you did it.
Technically, there's a 25% chance that you.
25 is not zero, but
Gannifrey just looks at you, like wondering if there's a point to that statement.
just saying, you had me explain myself. I think it's only fair that you explain yourself.
What do you want explained?
Prove to us that you didn't kill it.
Good. I would settle for you just telling me so.
I'd settle for proof.
Fair enough. Fuck, he's funny.
Well, what exactly would qualify in your mind as proof that I didn't do something?
I have no idea. I've never seen someone prove that they didn't do something before, so if I'm gonna accept something, it's gonna be.
Mr. Gallifrey, did you have Father Mavex killed?
This is training to
No.
adopt. Do you not like coming in second?
His training was tough but purposeful, and I don't care what place I come in.
Because it's last place?
Aren't we all in last place right now, given that we have no teacher?
No. Kimi was doing all of the different lessons, and they were pretty much teaching you a lot of it.
To be fair, I can still keep doing that, can't I?
Yes.
Lucky you. I will say, I'm a bit sad that he's dead. Beginning to be fond of him.
I'm also gonna incite that particular statement. The sad that he is gone and that she was beginning to be fond of him.
A little bit of sadness behind everything.
I'm just gonna take mental note of that.
In your mental notebook, or tablet? What OS does it run?
Sorry, James. I'm from the old school. It's pen and paper.
Quill or pen?
No, a quill. It's one of those weird things I saw in my dreams.
Paper or pop?
Uh, lined notebook paper, obviously.
A4?
On a legal pad.
So that's what, A6?
What kind of tree was the paper made out of?
I don't know.
What ink? Color?
Blue.
What shade of?
Ultramarine.
Okay. Cool, glad we got that.
You missed one of the details,
Left to right
James.
or right to left?
It's not the detail I was talking about, but right to left. No, sorry. It's left to right.
Was it language and
Those were not it either. I was specifically referring to line thickness of the pen.
point 2 or point 4? If you say point 3, you're wrong.
Technically my preference is 0.38 millimeter.
I'll accept that, that's close enough to 4.
I think we're giving Ray psychic damage.
Have a murder in our midst. Fun.
Alright, back to the session at hand.
So what's the plan?
Oh, very practical man. Okay, what's your plan?
What's my plan? My plan is to wait here until I get what I asked for.
So the Queen would. The message has been.
Lovely, thank you, Milady.
How long do you expect it to be?
Tomorrow morning.
Where will it be delivered?
Here.
Good. And Gallifrey is going to proceed to wait here until they arrive.
Why?
Gallifrey's got a little
reasons.
bit of that.
I mean, yes. That's not why, but yes. There's 2 reasons behind it. First one is because he can just go without sleeping. And this feels important enough for that.
Okay, and the second reason?
One of the other keepers of the light, who was the most powerful one of us in the tower, was murdered in their room down the hall from me in their sleep.
You're just gonna stay in the hallway?
Yes.
Okay. You want to come with me, but you know. I'm not gonna.
Okay, then I think that's where we can end it for this.
I have a shit ton of things to do still.
And by this week, I mean until probably Thursday or Friday.
I have a shit ton of things I have to do still, but I don't mind anything now.
Yeah, I don't mind if we have to pick this up again later in the week.
Like, Kimi's gonna leave and go do things, but would you like me to do this later?
What is Kimi going to...
I'm gonna go. Well, first of all, okay. Actually, yeah, we decided that we weren't gonna have as many meta secrets in this game, right? That was the thing we decided, right? That was
As many what?
a decision. Meta secrets.
No. That's fine.
Okay. Could have sworn that was in the announcement. Okay. So, first, I need to make sure that I am not targeted in such a way again. Second, I need to make sure I have enough protection. Third, I need to go out and make as many alliances as possible, using the fact that I'm one of the Estari to ironclad myself a protection deal. Fourth, I need to let the Keepers and the Seventh of the Chosen that they're right. So go recharge the item. Six, I need to go check on all. Seventh, I'm way out of the planet.
I do love how Mike is just censoring her.
Yeah, I'm getting
Oh,
censored.
can you not hear me? Hello.
We got like the first 3 or 4 things relatively clearly. And
It's kind of like in a show where the character just starts mumbling off.
Okay,
Yeah.
so first, alliances. Second, items. Third, recharging said items. Fourth, acquiring an entourage. Fifth, asserting that I have Protection 6 or 7. I lost track. I'm just going to list them up with numbers. Securing a secret fast way out of planet and the place to go to. Acquiring a certain amount of money, entering contact with the audience to see if I can rely on them, securing a party of servants that will not be against me, trying to think of an order that I can give to the queen to ensure that none of them are going to go against me, period, even if ordered to buy an Estari, securing an ironclad alibi across the town. I think that's mostly it for now.
Okay, start from the top. Go.
First, I'm gonna have to go recharge the item.
And where are you going to do that?
Don't we have fuel?
On the Queen's Gate?
Right. Okay. Thank you. I will be. Can it not be purchased in the city?
Not really. This place doesn't encourage keepers of light like other places.
Makes sense. I don't mind Gallifrey knowing about this. Day one, I asked the queen to give me a star blade. She has brought me a star blade in the box. That is not, as far as I can tell, one of the star blades of the guy that got killed, because she went off before he got killed. Does that make sense?
Is that something you're telling him in character? Or
No,
is it...
I'm telling you out of character, because I decided I'm not going to have as many secrets in this scene as I could have otherwise. So I have to recharge that. The other thing that I was in the box is gate attenuator for kineticist.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So the second thing I have to do is, after I'm done recharging that with star fuel, I need to find a way to issue an order, probably to the queen, that is going to keep me safer than most.
Just on the first note there, I'm not sure
Yes?
how the ruling on this is gonna work, but you and I both filled our gates with starfire.
I know.
The weapon
I don't
can just
know.
hold more than she.
Okay.
It's possible for people to refuel it, but it's item level as the consumption amount as the equivalent of play.
Okay.
So it's fairly significantly more than either of you can hold, even collect.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna use star fuel for that, which is the best thing I can find. The great gate attenuator is just worn, like it's something that I wear on my body. After that, I need to secure a ship. Actually, I think I might have to ask Gallifrey this outright. Hey, Gallifrey.
Yes.
In case of an emergency, would you be mad at me if I took his ship to escape? I do not plan to steal it forever, only to use it to escape the emergency situation, then give it back to them. Is that fine with you?
I suppose I might as well tell you this then as well. First, what constitutes an emergency?
People are here and they might try to kill me. So essentially, if hostilities begin.
Do you think that we can trust each other on this matter?
I believe that if you cannot trust me, you cannot trust anyone. And I am making the deliberate effort to be communicative with you because I am trying to communicate in a way you understand, which is my way of trusting you.
As soon as I
know.
get whatever is left of his remains and his belongings, I would like to take them up to his ship. And I was considering leaving with that ship back to Vorthal.
Without confronting anyone.
Correct.
All right. That's fine. I will acquire a secondary ship then. think that is a good way to handle that. Right. So I'm gonna think of an order to. This is a better way. Ensure that I am as protected as possible. I'm gonna see if I can get an entourage, like a group of people that are gonna protect me if things go down. I'm gonna see if I can get myself into a stable political position of renown so that it's harder to fuck with me. I'm gonna secure a secondary ship that I can escape in. I'm gonna secure a secondary escape route that I can escape in. I'm gonna secure money. I'm gonna secure a place I can go to.
It's just me, or
Yes,
does that
yes.
make you sound guilty as fuck?
Yeah, see, I believe that would make me feel guilty make me sound guilty if you weren't both aware that this is what she does all the time forever. And so do I. Fork found in kitchen.
Fork found in kitchen.
Notorious plotting schemer found plotting and scheming. Correct.
Found next to core.
No, see, I believe the funniest part of this is that she is not, in fact, guilty. And the only reason she's going to have to do any of this is because whoever did it was a shit planner and plotter. Imagine
Kimmy's
getting
not
your
mad,
whole.
just disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine having your whole plan just fucked up by a toddler. Like you were building like the world's prettiest sandcastle, and a really fat baby just kicked it down. And I just staring at like the puddle, the pile of your sandcastle on the floor, and the baby's just jumping around, and it just kind of like, ah, shit, I'm gonna have to do it all again. Really, I believe this is the best evidence I can provide that Kimmy is not, in fact, responsible. She learned about this right now and is having to scheme on the spot. You're getting a live plotting and scheming session. This is what we call improv. Okay. Is there documentation in any planet, like IDs and stuff?
Is there any... certain planets do
Do
require
planets...
documentation for citizens.
Okay, thank you, lovely. All right, I'm gonna
Morn
have
has no
some of those
citizenship
issued.
program, but...
Okay, thank you.
But Morn is Morn, so it shouldn't be taken as an example.
Actually, Jennifer, one more thing in care to add before I start plotting and scheming by myself.
Okay.
So Kimmy starts as she's leaving and walks back to you.
Alright.
She looks moderately more vulnerable than usual, which to her only means she looks less guilty than usual.
Jennifer,
If you know
are
what
you
I mean?
on guard or off?
I would argue he's been on guard since the moment he figured out Mavax was dead.
No, Gallifrey, my good dragon friend.
Yes.
Now, I understand that you find my way of thinking a little bit, extreme, right?
Correct.
You probably think I'm a bit of an aggressive person, to put it mildly.
In your own way.
Yes. Whatever else you might believe about me, I do care about you and the others. You are the only family I have in this world. Family is important to me. Well, I have them now, Hilarial, but nonetheless, you are still important to me as a person. It's
higher
why
than
I bothered with the Keepers of the Light. I mean, yes.
But put an arm around Kimi and poke their tongue at you, Gallifrey.
For example, you didn't try to frame me for murder. Anyway, point of all this coming and going, I believe I've got a bit of a profile on you thus far, and so I know that you're very likely to say no to what I'm about to say next, but I feel obligated to say it anyway.
Go on.
Join me.
Say the line. Say the line. Say the line.
What line is that, James?
You know what fucking line that
Do I now? Because I'm thinking of 3, and I'm not sure if you mean the Vader one or the other one.
Of course it's the Vader line. My
Join me.
disappointment is immense. My day is...
It could have been the Omni one. It could have been the Omni-Man one.
Gallifrey narrows his eyes at Kimmy ever so slightly and says, "Join you in exactly what?"
You are well aware at this point that I am going to be plotting and scheming my way into security, right? Like, that's something that we're clear here, right?
That does seem like a very you thing to do, yes.
I do not plan to murder anyone or do anything considered evil. Just saying that outright, but I will be doing it. Just, we're clear on this, right?
Alright.
I will be doing my best to ensure that I am secure and that I have ways out. Do not think either of those things is your style. However, for all that I'm sure you think I'm a bit of a maniac, I do genuinely enjoy your company and care about your well-being.
Okay.
I am willing to place you under my umbrella, but that would mean you are willing to play the game like I am playing the game, and I don't think you're willing. However, I feel obligated to ask because, again, whatever differences we might have, I do not have much in this world, and I believe neither do you, and so we are as family. I have always cared a great deal for loyalty. In fact, it is the thing I value most in the world.
Well, I'll give you that you are correct in that. The way you do business is not one I am fond of.
I'm aware, and frankly, inviting you along would place me under a lot of annoying constraints because I'd be constantly trying not to offend you. Those are constraints that I'm willing to suffer because I care about you and your well being. I will promise you that whether you are there or not, I will not do anything I consider dark. I will certainly not be committing any murders if I can avoid it. The only reason I cannot tell you that I will not be committing any outright is for the same reason you were forced to fight for your life in the tower. By which I mean that I will avoid it to the best of my abilities. And I will similarly avoid engaging any other particularly nefarious businesses. But I will be plotting and scheming, my thing, in the way you put it anyway. And, if you are not set on your current course of action, there is a spot under the sun for a right hand. Annoying to offer this, mostly because I enjoy doing things my way, but one makes sacrifices for those they love.
Gallifrey, you can tell, is thinking about exactly how he wants to respond to this for a second. In the interest of transparency, as soon as you walk away here, I'm going to be asking for one more thing from the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be asking that a ship is readied to take me up to the Gambit as soon as whatever remains and belongings are of Father Mavex are delivered here to me. As I said before, I think taking those to Vorthal is a priority. You want a safe way away, a safe way of escape. Do you want to come with?
Potentially, yes.
Hang on.
Maybe.
Oh, are we giving up?
No.
We're giving up the servants to whichever
Of
Estari
course
did.
not, Sophie. Absolutely not. I'm going to solve this right now. No, we're solving this right now.
So you're seizing full control.
Ideally. Just not sure how to do it. Said that, you shouldn't have said it out loud until he had agreed to our offer or not. Okay, whatever. Anyway, cards on the table. I plan to do that.
Gallifrey smirks. But Kimmy, weren't you under direct orders that you were not to do that before running the orders by me?
Well, I prayed really hard to Mavax right now, and he's in the afterlife. So it counts. Also, like, I adore you, and I was really enjoying the game of not doing anything against orders. But there's someone trying to frame me for murder against an order of murder zealots.
Can't afraid to
This
smile wider. No, I get it. That's fine. That was a joke.
just like just throwing it out. I was really enjoying that game. I was having a lot of fun. It was my favorite. I'm not gonna do that if it's gonna get my ass on the chopping block.
Yeah, that's valid. So tell you what. How about instead of room under your umbrella, since clearly we're willing to trust each other, and clearly at least one of the others, or someone outside of us, is not using their
Right?
sway with the servants of the chosen appropriately.
Oh,
If
you
you're
didn't mean
going,
right.
that too. If you're going to seize control, and if we're going to trust each other, then it should be a partnership, not one leading the other.
Well, you do have more sway with the Keepers of the Light, and you are going to be more able to keep me in good standing within the Order. They trust you more than me.
Mavax trusted me more than you.
Yeah, but someone told him I'm a sneaky.
I think he might have just looked at you.
You know what? I hadn't considered that. That's possible. Right.
As of right now, we both have equal sway with the servants of the chosen, and we're both of equal rank with the keepers of the light.
We can keep it that way, is what you're saying?
I see no reason not to. You and I have the least reason out of anyone to do this. We're both willing to trust each other on this, and we're both plotting so that we can keep
Not die?
at least, yeah, keep ourselves safe. It's gonna be
Fun.
easier together.
Sounds valid to me. What do you think, Liriel?
Frank,
You look
No.
you don't look much like a Frank to me, but yeah, sure.
No, literally.
oh shit. Okay. So, Ganna,
Yes.
how do we know that you're not just going to turn us over to this, to the Keepers of the Light?
You have nothing except my word.
Cool, 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 cool. They look at you, Kimi, and they blink.
She snorts. It's spooky, however, there are benefits to having one more person. For better or worse, there's someone out there trying to set us up, and the only person we are mostly sure wasn't the one behind it is him. It's possible it was him, but it's very unlikely.
Likewise, I have nothing but your word that you're not going to turn around and pin this all on me the moment we get anywhere else either.
And there are two of us.
As long as we don't end up in a situation where the only optimal choice is to do that, we're good.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
You're my friend, Gallifrey, but I would bury you for us. Sorry, they're not laughing, that's just...
That's going to take a really big shovel.
Right, so
We're a cavern in a mist.
I like you. Now that that's done,
You're both insane. How did
yeah,
you find someone so much like you?
I found...
I don't know. It was destiny, I think. Anyway, now that that's done, so how are we doing this? Because I don't think you look like a queen, Gallifrey.
You haven't seen me in a tiara yet.
Yeah, that's true. Do we word such an order in a way that's to be effective and not to make the entire order fall apart?
Hang on.
Yes?
Hasn't the Queen been there for this?
No, she's not. We left.
Right.
Not stupid.
She may be forgetful, but she's not stupid.
That is correct. I am forgetful. So how do we do this? Blow the order.
Sounds like you two are setting up a downtime action to figure this.
I mean, it's that, or we ask the Queen how we do that.
I think we should put some downtime to that because whatever we do, we would have done before our confrontation with Tiano. Well, there's not going to be a confrontation before this. Anyway.
Yeah,
aside
it's fine.
from that,
If we want to argue out exactly how we want to do it in downtime, that's fine.
I would like to do that. But aside from my other things that I listed before, James, does Lyriel think we can get a decent number of the on our side just by being Estari? The Ardent, his order.
Depends what they're off.
How much would a formal offer of alliance with an Estari be worth to them?
Potentially a lot.
Does he think he can help me that offer in the optimal way?
He's happy to give it a go.
Or does he think he should lead me to somewhere else with someone else with more ability to do this?
He thinks you can't trust anyone else other than him.
Fair enough. And are there any other organizations in the planet that we can do this sort of thing with?
There's 7 major factions and 30-ish minor factions. Closest one
And does he
is
think we should go for any?
4 days away by walk.
Nah, so that's annoying, but not impossible. Okay, thank you.
Just a reminder there. The belongings and remains are being delivered the following morning.
I know.
Canifrey's gonna have a ship waiting to take at least him, if not all of us, up to the Gambit, so we can just leave.
Yeah, I'm aware.
We don't necessarily need planet-wide alliances for less than 24 hours.
We don't, but it would be nice to have them. Especially if I don't want to go with you, because I'm not sure it's optimal for us both to go there. I'm going to talk with you about this during that time, but I'm
Fair
just
enough.
organizing my thoughts. All right, James, would you prefer if I handle this the list point by point in downtime too?
Yeah.
All right, then I guess we're done today.
Alright, feel free to move up.